snacking kind of mood, right? So today we're gonna make a donut wreath. Doesn't this look like the pink ones from The Simpsons, right? I went to Universal Studios and they had like the whole big, like the cop with the pink donut. I'm like, oh God, I love that. But I love pink sprinkle donuts. They're my favorite. So we're gonna make a wreath using this as our focal point. Got all sorts of fun ribbons here. Got a little glittery, little polka dotty. And then I've got pink donut. Got a little glittery, little polka dotty. And then I've got pink donut. And then a 1/2 inch with a little blue donut. But this I love. Now I got this from Michael's. This was Christmas ribbon, but look, this I love. Now I got this from Michael's. This was Christmas ribbon, but look, this I love. Now I got this from Michael's. This was Christmas ribbon, but look, I gotta open this. It's got the sprinkles. I have never wanted to eat a ribbon more in my life. Check that out. This is 4-inch ribbon. I thought this is Check that out. This is 4-inch ribbon. I thought this is absolutely perfect. I thought this is absolutely perfect. Uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta fix this one. Wait. This is a donut pick. Now, I got this from the at-home store. Again, this was in their Christmas section. But look, it's donuts. So cool. And I've got some, just kind of like some white glittery leaves, just to kind of like fill it out a little bit. But then I've had these for a long time. Look at these. These are so cute. These are individual donuts, so we're going to put those in there too. Yum, yum, yum. All right. We're going to build all this on. This is a Christmas wreath frame. Now, this retailed for $19.99. You just wait till it goes on sale. You might even be able to still find some of these in the store, but this is white. And we are going to put mesh right in here. What kind of mesh are we going to put in here? I've already cut this. This is 10-inch wide mesh. This is pink metallic stripe. And this is it's kind of like a pastel weave pattern, okay? All these are cut at 18 inches, so I should have about 18 pieces of each cut at 18 inches. We're going to stuff that into the wreath. That's the fun stuff we're going to start with. Now, it's not super fun to do the wreath stuffing, but, you know, we got to do what we got to do. So I'm going to put the ribbons over on the side for now, okay? Got my little ribbon holder over here. Make sure nothing goes falling off the end. I'm sure it will, because I'm a mess. All right. With these fun things, I'm going to put them behind me for now. On my giant stack o' crap. That is the official name, my stack o' crap. All right. Oh, thank you for the gifts, guys. I appreciate it. Coily Gold Crafts, hello, hello. How are you? And might I just say, welcome back, TikTok. glad you are back. Very glad you are back. I was very, very sad, very upset. Glad you're back. Glad we can go live again too. But at that point, I was like, I'm just happy to have you back. Beggars weren't going to be choosers. I'm like, okay, we'll do what we can. All right. It just makes me miss people, you know. If you guys follow me, make sure you can follow me. I'm also over on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay. So we're going to start with, like I said, our wreath. I have pre-fluffed this. I already was a fluffer. If you don't know what a fluffer is, do not look it up on the internet. You don't want to know, and it'll put you into an algorithm that you don't want to get put into. So don't look up what a fluffer is. It's not our kind of fluffer. We're talking about wreaths here, not the other kind. But we are going to take this mesh. I'm going to alternate these patterns. Like I said, I've got these two different patterns. And I'm trying to put them somewhere where I'm not going to knock them both over, okay? But I'm going to start with this first one on the outside. Again, I've cut this at 18 inches, all right? So it's on a roll when you get it. So naturally, it wants to roll up, okay? So we're going to let it do that, but we're going to lay it flat. And then I curl up the ends, okay? Just about 2 or 3 times, just enough to make sure that the seam is inside the curl. And then I just scrape it up. And we end up with a little sexy bow tie. Ho, ho, ho. All right. We're going to put this, I'm just going to find a spot right between, right in here, right between two of these little branches. I'm just going to put it in there and twist it. Now, if I show you the wreath, you see on the other side, there's double ring. There's 2 rings here, okay? So we are going to want to put some on the inside and some on the outside. You can go put it all around the outside and then put it all around the inside. I'm too lazy to do that, so I'll kind of work a section and then kind of rotate it. All right, so, but I do alternate which mesh I'm putting in. So now I'm going to put in, isn't this pretty? This is Easter mesh, but it's got all the same colors that are in my donuts. So just because something is colored for a certain holiday doesn't mean you can't use it for lots of other stuff. I'm pretty sure, I think this might have come from either Joann or Hobby Lobby, but I know wherever it came from, I got it on clearance. Because I will not pay full price. And by full price, I mean like even the 40% off to me from Hobby Lobby. To me, that's still full price, right? All right. I'm also going to be gentle with my wrist. I took off my brace for this because I don't want to get any glue on there, but I got some issues going on with the tendon or something in my wrist. I'm going to the doctor next week. So I'm going to try to be careful with my wrist. All right. I just open this up. I'm just going to put it, where's 2 good spots? Oh, right in here is good. What this is going to do is when we go to put in our ribbons and our goodies, this is going to make this wreath nice and really full. And then I'll be able to kind of like shove stuff in there, glue stuff in there. It's going to give it lots of things to hold on to. Okay. Sorry, I found a piece I didn't fluff. I'm trying to make sure I can see over here in the comments. Thank you guys so much for gifting. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I feel bad I don't look better. I did put on a little lipstick, but this was just one of those days. I'm playing around with possibly growing my bangs out, so that's why I'm doing this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. Adding this in here. It's kind of nice to be making a wreath that's not Valentine's Day and it's not Easter. This is just kind of an everyday wreath. And the donut theme was very popular at Christmas, but it doesn't have to be just Christmas. I mean, this is fun for any day, right? Or if you have a donut shop and you're looking for some donut decor for your shop, then head on over here to sweetariadecor.com and we can hook you up with some goods, huh? All right. Okay. Add over here. There we go. All right, now I'm going to try to add some on the top. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it the not lazy way. I'm going to go all the way around the outside, and then I'll come around and do the inside. I get lazy. I don't want to move things around twice, right? I'm kind of a lazy crafter. I make my thin wreaths. I do a lazy method. I just can't help it. Sometimes I don't like to. I'm impatient, okay? I'm impatient. I think, aren't we all at some point? We get really impatient and we're like, I just want to be done. All right, here we go. Moving that around. And these are called, little hair. Look like my chin there. Extra hair's growing there. These are called cruffles when you do this method. So it's a curl, right? So curling in the ends, and then we ruffle it. So these are called cruffles. Now you typically do cruffles with 10-inch mesh. I mean, you can make cruffles that are, they can just be 18 inches long. If you want to have something bigger and fluffier, then use maybe 20 to 22 inches long, right? It all depends how much product you have, because you don't want to have to start a project and then realize you didn't buy enough. You want it to kind of stretch it out. Plus, because the more you put in here too, the more this has cost you. So that's why sometimes I just like to do 18 inches. I think that's good enough because this will end up being between 24 and 26 inches wide when I'm all done with everything. Dunkin' Donuts has ice cream. I do have ice cream stuff. That I've got a huge ice cream cone out in the garage, but I'm actually making an ice cream wreath. This summer I've got it set aside. So there's an ice cream shop in our town called Hazel Marie's. It opened up a few years ago, and it's just, I love going there. My daughter and I love going there. It's like, it's a mom and pop store. They just opened it up based on, I don't know if it was her grandma's recipes, but I'm actually going to be making them a wreath once they open up again in April. I'm going to bring it to them, and they've got a back room where they have parties and stuff. And I'm just going to gift it to them because I have had a lot of wonderful memories of sitting there. You know, when my husband was still alive, we took Aria there. Now Aria and I, that's kind of like our thing. We go and sit there on Mondays before her theater class. So, you know, I usually sell my stuff, but sometimes I just find that I just want to gift something to somebody, you know, especially our ice cream place. They've got this one flavor. It's called they've got this one flavor. It's called this just got serious, if you know what I mean. This poop just got serious. Okay, insert the S word for that, if you will. It's really good. It's got like cashews and salted caramel. It's so good. It's my favorite kind of ice cream. And I should have bought a whole bunch of it when they were getting rid of their supply at the end of this season. But I was like, no, it'll give me something to look forward to. And it is. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Anything that gets me looking forward to spring right now, right? Oh, is it behind me? Oh, yeah, that's another little sign. You're right, that's a little sign. I've got like a foam ice cream cone that I got from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, I see that little ice cream cone there too. I think I'm going to stick with this one, just donuts for now. But I do actually have ice cream printed ribbon too. That's in my summer stash. So that'll be fun to get that out. I love doing anything food related. Obviously, I'm not a skinny gal. What are my hobbies? Snacking. Snacking is my hobby. That's why I'm diabetic and on Mounjaro as well. Yeah. I started a little better health journey last year, and I need to kind of get myself back into it because I need to be. So I'll just have to get my donut fix from my reeds, and that's okay. That's all right. Here we go. This is filling it out really nicely. I might end up even having some extra mesh at the end. Just because I have it cut, I don't have to put it in, right? I can choose to just, you know, hold on to it and use it for something else. We take a lot of our stray pieces that we have at the end of certain projects, and like if I got a bunch of different kind of pinks, they can go together too. So like at the end of the season, I'll take whatever looks seasonal and I can make a mesh out of what I call the remnants. But I mean, it's just perfectly good pieces. They just are left over from another project. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Get those ends. It's just perfectly good pieces. They just are left over from another project. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Get those ends a rolling. Put those together. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Get those ends a rolling. Put those together. Donut. And more. I promise. All right, here we go. This is it's giving my wrist a little run for its money here. I can tell after I do this tonight. Go. This is it's giving my wrist a little run for its money here. I can tell after I do this tonight, I'm probably not going to make anything else today. I'm going to have to put the brace back on. I just didn't want to get any hot glue on it. Plus, it really didn't have to put the brace back on. I just didn't want to get any hot glue on it. Plus, it really, I tried to make, I just didn't want to get any hot glue on it. Plus, it really, I tried to make something before with it on, and like, it just did not work. It was not working. Put that one in here. All right, I'm going to pick it. Looks like this is just on the outside. I did end up with two pieces of the plaid next to each other, but that's okay. But so far, this is what we're looking for, just on the outside. I did end up with two pieces of the plaid next to each other, but that's okay. But so far, this is what we're looking for. This, right? This is about 35, 36 inches when we're all done, and that's how thick it is. It's going to get thicker, all right? Because now we're going to go do the inside. All right, let me start with the piece where I had the it's going to get thicker, all right? Because now we're going to go do the inside. All right, let Let me start with the piece where I had the two plaids next to each other. I'm going to put a pink right in the middle of that, kind of split that difference. I want to make sure when I'm putting that top layer on that I'm not putting a pink directly above a pink. We kind of want to put it like between so it's staggered. Doesn't always end up that way by the time you're done, but because sometimes we can't really control where some of these little branches end up being, but this one has a lot on here, so I'm not too worried. All right, moving over, and we're gonna fill all sorts of stuff in. So this particular wreath is white, but I have done it before where I've used green ones year round. By the time you get all the stuff in there, you don't really even see the green. You really don't. So, and they're very sturdy. They hold, like if we got a lot of attachments, this one, they're very light, but if you've got some heavier attachments, then this is the kind of wreath frame that you want to use. Like the evergreen kind. Yeah, Barb, I did get a splint. I got this one, and I'm supposed to be wearing it right now, but it just, I want to be able to do this and do a good job for you guys. So I took it off just for now, but yeah, it's going to go right on, and it'll be on for the rest of the night. My daughter went to the doctor. She works computers all day long, so she had Decor veins, sinotendinitis, something like that. But it sounds like the same kind of thing that I've got going on. So, not self-diagnosing. I am going to the doctor next week. And my friend Amy gave me some exercises that I have been doing, and I was doing really good. And then I picked something up that was heavier with one hand, and I felt a pop. That I have been doing, and I was doing really good. And then I picked something up that was heavier with one hand, and I felt a pop. Ouch. Ouch. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. There goes my wrist. All right. As you do this, you might notice there are going to be like maybe some little stray pieces of mesh that might poke out as we go along, and that's okay. We can. As you do this, you might notice there are going to be like maybe some little stray pieces of mesh that might poke out as we go along, and that's okay. We can. As you do this, you might notice there are going to be like maybe some little stray pieces of mesh that might poke out as we go along, and that's okay. We can just trim this. There are going to be like maybe some little stray pieces of mesh that might poke out as we go along, and that's okay. We can just trim on, and that's okay. We can just trim on, and that's okay. We can just trim on. Or if you're a beginner wreath maker, you just want to try making one, but you don't know what to get. Some of them even have video for the dog and the black and white Easter truck with the carrots. They've got their very own video. Otherwise, I do point you to a library of all my videos on YouTube. Got tons of them out there where you can find ones that are very similar, because I like to spread the joy of wreath making. And sometimes people just, you want to make your own decor, right? You want to make your own. Nothing wrong with that. So I've got those kits out there. Those are fun. All right, just two more. Just wrong with that. So I've got those kits out there. Those are fun. All right, just two more. Just two more, and then we're going to have some mesh left, which I think, those are fun. All right, just two more. Just two more, and then we're going to have some mesh left, which I think, those are fun. All right, just two more. Just two more, and then we're going to have some mesh left, which I think, those are fun. All right, just two more. Just two more, and then we're going to have some mesh left, which I think, here, and then we're going to fill this in with all sorts of other fun stuff, okay? Here, and then we're going to fill this in with all sorts of other fun stuff, okay? So here, and we're going to fill this in with all sorts of other fun stuff, okay? You guys still there? All right, cool. I just switched it to my cellular data because I am worried that you guys are not getting a very good video quality here, so. All right, so I'm going to move all this. All right, we're going to start with, oh, I don't even want to cut this ribbon. I am obsessed with this ribbon, okay? Ooh. Okay, so there's some wrinkles, so I have to cut off the wrinkles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it's not edible. Put it down. Put it down. Okay. I like to start by making a dovetail. Okay. So I'm dovetailing it. Now I want this bow. Let me get this again. Where is it? Here we go. I want this bow to kind of come down, but I also want the tails to kind of come down a little bit. So not going to be super long, but we're going to talk at least maybe a 10-inch tail, okay? For the bottom layer. Oh boy. Okay. It's more like 11. That's all right. No, we're going 12. I'm going 12. I'm going to go big or go home. All right, now I'm pinching and twisting. This is the Easy Bows Design Pro Bow Maker. As I said before, I got problems with my hands. If you can make a bow by hand, more power to you. That's fantastic. I'm happy for you. A lot of us can't, so I have to use a bow making tool, okay? Which helps me just kind of keep everything in place. So I'm going to make this, I want this to be a wide bow, right? I'm going 8 inches on the outside loops, okay? So I'm pinch and twist, okay? So I got a really pretty on this side, but this side has the back, okay? Now I'm going to bring this back over again, put this in here, push it down, okay. Now I'm going to kind of, I like to just bring my tails together, and that'll tell me how long I need to cut this as. So I'm going to go a little past where I'm at, because I need to dovetail this. And I only did 1 loop on this. If you've got a thinner ribbon, you could do 2 loops. It's just this is a big ribbon, right? So I don't want to have too much on it. Okay, so that's that layer. All right, get a nice pin, put a pin in it. All right, I'm sure I'm gonna knock that over with my butt. All right, the next layer I want to do is going to be this. Now this I like because there's blue, there's lots of different colors in here, so this kind of mimics this. Now this I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. This was Christmas ribbon, but it doesn't look particularly Christmassy. It just looks sparkly and pretty. So I'm using it. All right, and then I'm going to do this now. I'm going to snip. There we go. Okay, putting this down. Now I have my tail, I'm just about an inch above where my other tail is. So we're talking this is probably at 11, okay? Pinch and twist so I see the icky side over on my left. Bring this over, okay? Now I'm gonna have this at 7 inches and 7 inches. All right. I'm actually going to do another set of loops here. This is a thinner ribbon, so they're not going to stick up too high, but I want to be able to kind of have one up, one down. That way the donut ribbon can kind of, the next set of loops can go right between these 2 loops. If that makes any sense? All right, here we go. Give it a cut. Ow! That's the motion that hurts. Right there. Oh, I just knocked my iPad over. Whoever put the charging port, I don't know, it just, ugh, I'm trying to charge it and it won't stay up. Stay up. Hold on. There we go. All right, I jerry-rigged something. We got it. Okay, so this is going to go loop up, loop down. And this is going to go bottom one, loop up, loop down. Okay. So right now it looks like this. All right. And we're going to keep going. Now we get to add on the really fun pattern, which is going to be our donuts. Okay. I should have enough, I think, on this. You know what? I'm going to use the other spool. I've got 2 spools of the same one. I just don't want to end up running out. Okay. I'm using the one with longer. I'm going to use that one for tails anyway. All right. Dovetailing. Here we go. That's it. A little around 10-ish. All right. Now here we go. So this should be at 6. right, and that is at 6. All right, I'm only going to do one loop of this, okay? Here we go. Now I'm going to come in with blue donut. Oops, I almost knocked over my soda. It's one of those days. I know I'm going to make a mess with something today. I like this too. If you see this ribbon, it's got this chenille edge. It's so soft. So I bought most of like this donut ribbon and this one I got from the Craig Bachman warehouse sale. He's an importer, and twice a year they have a sale there. So I go there and I can buy just single rolls that's open to the public, and then I can buy single rolls of ribbon. I don't have to buy by the case, which you normally do. Now I have bought mesh and things by the case there, but not ribbon yet. Okay, so this is 5 inches. All right. Let me see. 5 inches. Is that really 5 inches? Yeah. All right, now I'm going to do another set of loops. Okay, because I want to pull these apart and I want to see the pink ribbon underneath it. Okay. This is one thick ass bow, right? That's all right. I don't mind a little thicky bow. All right. And then as the last layer, this is glittery and it's pink. Now it doesn't have the sprinkles on here, but it does. It mimics that same kind of pattern I brought forth from the back. So I kind of like to repeat whatever is the bottom layer. I like to bring that up. So I'm going to separate these out. God, I want a donut. Boy, it's a good thing I'm not making a cheeseburger wreath, or I'd really start gaining the weight back. Here we go. All right, I'm going to put this in here. All right, now this, you can see, I don't dovetail. This is 7/8 inch. I'm just going to cut that on an angle because if I dovetail it, it ends up looking like 2 snake fangs, and then it kind of curls together. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to bring this in. All right. There we go. I'm debating if I should do a little loop in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to do a little baby loop in the middle. Baby loopsie. Little baby loop. All right. This is going to be exciting. Now, I am going to double up on my pipe cleaner that I'm going to put behind this, okay? Because I don't want to have to fight with it. I was really fighting with that sign, and this is going to end up being kind of thick. So, wind this up a little bit. All right. Okay, now I'm going to get a really thick zip tie, and then I've got 2 pipe cleaners. I'm going to make a long one. I'm just going to twist these ends together just like this, okay? Here we go. Twisting the night away. All right. As I pull up, I'm also pushing down. I'm squishing this all together to keep my layers from separating. I like to put my middle finger underneath it to kind of support it because I don't want we don't want our layers like squishing out, right? We're trying to keep it very much like a BLT sandwich. All your layers together. There's nothing worse than having the bow all together and then all of a sudden something happens and you drop it. So see how it's all even. Nothing's bowing up or down. It's all even. Then I just squish it and then pull tight. The tighter you can pull, the more your loops are going to pop and the cooler your bow is going to look like. Unless you're trying to make a skinny bow, then don't pull tight. All right, this is going to go over to the side, but I will end up coming back for those ribbons because I'm going to make some ribbon tails. Okay, so now taking this. I don't know why I can't see myself anymore. I think it's my connection. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm on AT&T Wi-Fi, and I gotta say, I've had nothing but trouble. But that's all right. All right, so I'm just gonna fluff this out. All right, and make sure my tails come down. But I also want to run my finger down all the wires because that gives it that nice curly shape where it's kind of curling toward the back. All right. I want to be very careful of doing it on the pink behind there because I don't want to pull off any of those sprinkles, right? All right. So, again, it is not, I don't know what's going on. All right. If you're leaving comments, I'm sorry I cannot see them right now. All right. So where is my, here we go. This is the 12 o'clock point of my wreath, all right? And I wanted this to kind of be on an angle, so I'm going to put it here, okay? Basically, I call it the like this between the 7 and 8 o'clock position. We're putting it at 7:30, right? So I'm just going to take one of the pipe cleaners and put it around the outside of the first ring, and I'm taking that other one, all right? And I'm going to find a path through the mesh, okay, where I'm not having to, I don't want to pierce the mesh, right? I just want to get it on here nice and pretty. Again, where's I have to stay cognizant of where my 12 o'clock position is on this. It's a pain in the ass. I'm going to bring it back down a little bit this way. All right. All right, and I'm making sure it's high up enough. I literally want this to kind of be underneath the sign, just like that. All right, and I'm just twisting these pipe cleaners together. I'm going to continue twisting them so they make one long pipe cleaner piece. Just one long pipe cleaner piece, just like that, okay? And then I will snip off, because I like it to be flush. And I'm just going to poke that back in here for now. Because I don't want to cut it too short, because what if I decide I want to move the bow? I want to have enough room available where I can still finagle it and not, I don't want to screw myself over, right? All right, I'm pulling the tails down. I'm wanting the nice, big, large pink ones with the sprinkles to go toward the outside. All right, that's got to come down here. Just kind of playing with it. And, you know, as I put stuff on here, it's going to get messed up anyway. But that's just going to be how it's going to be. I'm not going to put any flowers in here. This is basically just going to be, I'll put in some of those white leaves if I want to, but I'll show you what this looks like right now. Here we go. Things are liking, they want to snag on those little sprinkles. So here we go. All right. And here she is. This is where we're at so far with this pretty baby. All right, so now I want to put in some ribbon tails. All right, I wonder if I should pull this down a little bit more. I might want to tighten this a little bit more. Hold on. Just give another little twisty or so. There we go. All right. So now that I have some ribbon in the bow, right, but I do want to add some ribbon kind of like throughout the rest of this. So I'm going to cut some ribbon tails, and then we're going to go in and just kind of twist them in here and there. So I'm going to put this on the floor for now. I'm going to get out my ribbon-tailed board, okay? I cut everything at 14 inches. All right. I want to use up what's on this other spool first. So I'm going to cut this. And I'm probably going to cut like enough for like 12, probably 14 sets. Let's see what I can get. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got 5 of this one. Take it off there. Snip across. Snip across. And I dovetail it. So I'm going to stack these all up. Nice and flush to the side. I'm going to bend them all so that the wires are all touching. Okay. And then I cut inside, angled to the outward wires. And that makes a very pretty dovetailed edge. It keeps it from fraying. It looks nice and finished. You don't have to dovetail your ends, but in my personal opinion, it looks weird if you don't. But who am I to judge? Make your own wreath. Live your own path. Who am I to tell you? Right? All right, so that's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll do 13, 14. All right? And I got a little bit left of pink in case I need to cut one more. But I'm only having one set. So sometimes you can take, if you've got 4 different ribbons, you can just cut like 2 sets of 10 of each ribbon. So you'd have like 2 different pairs, but this is only going to have one kind of pair. Here we go. Because that's all the ribbon I got. I'm definitely going to look for more of this when I go back to the warehouse sale, which is happening in March. I'm so excited. It's like, it's my Christmas. It's my Christmas. I love it. I take a big giant bag on wheels. I'm there for hours. But then I buy supplies that I see on sale that I think people would like. I get them at a good price, and then I relist them. I do sell some supplies, but I sell it at a really good price, and then my price on shipping is pretty good too. A lot of big retailers will ship for $12.99, but I will ship a single roll of ribbon and charge $3.99 for that ribbon shipping, which usually ends up costing about, it used to be $4.20. It's probably more than that now. But yeah, I do cover some of the shipping costs in what I buy as well. All right, and I do have another roll of this too, but let's see. I want to get 14. I don't think we're going to get that out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got 11 out of this. So I'm going to have to cut 3 more out of the other one. So let's go take a look. Behind me, I should have that extra roll. Here we go. Snip, snip, snip. All right. It's going good. It's going good. Okay. And now, going. And again, just trying to make sure that these are all equidistant. There we go. All right. I'm doing my dovetail. Every time I say dovetail, I don't know why, but I think of Howard the Duck. You guys remember that movie in the 80s? Howard the Duck. Yeah. Classic. It's a classic. All right. Like the Goonies. I keep wanting my daughter to sit through the Goonies. We tried it once and she got bored because they hadn't gotten to the adventure part yet. But I'm like, you need to watch the Goonies. That is classic 80s movie. All right, here we go. Trim, trim, trim. All right. Just got to get 3 more. Then we can start stuffing this. And it's going to get really fun. We can start gluing the donuts in. Ooh, it's going to be so fun. Like, I do have some florals I can put in if I want to. I'm not really sure I want to. I don't think flowers and donuts really mix. I don't want anything to take away from the donuttiness of our creation. Am I right? All right. 3 more we needed. 1, 2, 3. All right. I've got to start making up a little sheet for it. I think I'm going to do a wreath class again. I did one last year, and I learned a lot. I learned what to do. I learned what not to do. I think I'm going to do another wreath class this year with those thin kits that I've got. I'm scared. I might come across as completely extroverted on here. I'm afraid of everybody and everything. So for me to do a wreath class was a lot of anxiety, and I sweat like a pig. So this time I'm going to make sure I've got a fan. Here we go. I think I just need to stop being so afraid of everything. What's the worst that can happen, right? Oh, now I'm thinking of the worst that can happen. No. Don't go down that path, Linda. No. All right, I gotta go check how much time is left on the back of my phone. So I have to move the little puzzle piece. All right, hopefully we're still doing good. All right, cool. Hopefully everything is still good. All right, awesome. I can't see you guys over here for some reason. It's just not coming back up for me on my iPad. Maybe get rid of TikTok and then come back in. We'll see if that works. All right. Now, I could add in some of this, but I'm not really sure. I kind of want to stick with like the pinks and the whites. So I think I'm okay with that for now. So I'm going to move all this over to the side. I do have all this extra stuff over here, should I need it. Oh. Okay. Here we go. So, to add these in, it's very similar to what I was doing before. I'm going to put this on the bottom and this one on the top, okay? So they're on top of each other. And the ends aren't going to exactly add up because you might have dovetailed at a different spot. Like, it's not exact, right? But we kind of bend it in half. And then we see where is that seam, right? You can see the bend. And I want to gather it up, pinch it. And I'm going to go in here, undo one of those sets, put the ribbons in there, redo the twists, and then I'm going to separate these out, okay? That's how we're doing this. All right. So this is something, when I'm all done, I'm going to have this listed. It's going to be at sweetariadecor.com. Let's see if I can go find myself. I don't know. Boy, my Wi-Fi just really sucks. So much for, oh, you'll get faster internet. It's not any faster. Right, here we go. All right. Kind of going around here. I'm just going to go around the outside, and then I'll know how much I have to put on the inside, but I'm not trying to put it too closely packed together. See what I'm doing here? I'm kind of just, I spread it out. And you kind of make like the shape of an X. All right, we're going to do our next one over here. All right. Okay. Bending it over. There we go. Boop. What's nice is that this is not directional ribbon, meaning that there's no up and down. It's just a donut pattern, so I don't have to worry about twisting things around. With the bow, it was nice and easy. I didn't have to worry about what direction things are going to go. So if you are a first-time wreath maker, just make sure you pick ribbon patterns where you don't have to worry about that, because then nothing's going to look like it's upside down when you're done. I got to look at this one. Sorry. Ow. Good thing I was wearing shoes. I just stabbed myself in the foot. Nice. All right. I'm going to put one in a set that's not with a piece of mesh, but that's kind of like, I'm looking at the equidistant here, like how far is that? I'm putting them at about 6 inches a piece, or 6 inches apart. Okay. And I just pull them apart so that they make an X shape. All right. That one's going to go there. This is going very well. I'm excited to see how this one turns out. You know, next time I go out, I'm going to go through Dunkin' Donuts now, right? I can't not. Wait a minute. I bought myself a donut at the store yesterday. I forgot. Just one. I bought just one. Just one. It's like the, you know, you go to the bakery section of the grocery store and you can buy just, you know, you pick what you want. And I bought some for my daughter, but I forgot. I snuck one in there for me too. Yay! Oh, it's the little things in life that bring me joy. All right, I think I'm going to have enough cut. I don't think I'm going to have to cut any more tails. We're going through and our tails are looking good. All right. Pull one more in. Aria wants to come in and say hi. Sure, come on, say hi.
Hi.
Oh, this way. We want to see you.
Hi.
Here's Aria. Aria, it's all like, I don't know what's wrong with my internet connection. It looks terrible because it's not streaming for me. So I'm hoping that it's streaming okay for everybody else. Actually, you know what? Hang here because I might need your help with something. At some point, you're going to have to keep checking back behind the camera and see if there's a little puzzle piece showing, or I have to drag something over into something else to keep me from having my live shut off.
Okay. So
You
I'm
see it
just
there?
gonna like stand. I don't see anything.
Okay, good. Then we're good for a while because it gives me a little notice. But if I don't drag that little puzzle piece over, because apparently it thinks I'm standing right behind the camera, which I'm not, then it'll shut me off. It does it all the time because most of my lives go over an hour. And
I
then
just wanted to ask if you would like to have chili later.
no.
Dang it.
We'll talk about that later, honey.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. I mean, dinner is a high priority topic. I'm not going to lie. All right. Going on this inside here. I should have enough for the outside. I'm going to have to lift up the sign a little bit to get to some of these pieces, but that's okay. I knew I was going to have to do that. And I still do want to put some underneath the bow. I do have the bow there. It's kind of taking up some spot underneath, but just in case the bow separates, I don't want it to look like there's a naked spot. A naked spot. No. Yeah. All right. Where is... Okay, that goes right there. All right. Yeah, because like there's a, you know where the ribbons, they go that way, but there's like a little gap in between there, so we can see that. So we want to make sure I put one in there. All right. All right. That should be good enough for the outside. All right. Now we're going to look at doing it on the inside. So I just kind of move it a little bit, and I can already see where I have some that I can untwist and get to right easily. I just kind of move it a little bit, and I can already see where I have some that I can untwist and get to right easily. I just kind of move it a little bit, and I can already see where I have some that I can untwist and get to right easily. I just kind of move it a little bit, and I can already see where I have some that I can untwist and get to right easily. So it's not. All right, hopefully my live is back. All right. Yeah. Now I gotta go steal this cord. I apologize. I'm supposed to have an extra cord in here, and it grew legs and walked away. So I gotta go put this. I gotta plug my phone in. Sorry about that. All of my devices are just using up all my juice right now. Okay, so we're about to put a set of ribbons right in here. All right. But these are going to kind of come, I'm not doing a full X. All right, if you can see, and I'm pushing that in there, it's kind of just fanning out a little bit underneath it. So then I'm going to go over to, oh, I got 4 left. I'm going right here. You see another set. I'll put that on there. I just want to get to the part where I glue in those extra donuts, because I literally have had those things probably 3 years. I've just been waiting for the right time to use them. That time is now. I don't even remember where I got them. Those might have been, I went to another Wreath convention. I went to Wreath Crafters Convention. And I think I got it in Waterman's Loft, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now this one. I want to put it right here. Alrighty, grab that set, putting this here. That's why I said before, if you were watching me before, if you've got little bins and you can group like items together, like lemon stuff with lemon, bee with bee, it makes it easier than when you're trying to make that wreath, if you don't have to go hunting all over God's green earth to find stuff that you know you have. You just don't know where it is. Because that just peeves me right off. Okay, so what I did here is I had to make sure one ribbon came out on either side of where I attached that sign on, okay? So you can't really see it. It's pretty camouflaged, but I just want to make sure it was not too visible. All right, here we go. I just got 2 more sets, and then we get to glue the donuts on. And I may or may not put those white branches in. I'm debating. Like, I want them in, yes, but I don't want them to look too Christmassy. So I might ask you guys for your opinion. Okay. I've gone all the way around. Now, I've got 1 set of ribbon tails left, and quite honestly, I did see a spot before where I wanted to put it, and it's on the bottom. So I get to go put that in the bottom. Yay! Cool. So I cut 14 sets of ribbons. So 14 of each ribbon of each of the 2 patterns. I cut them at 14 inches. So 14 by 14. Okay. Depending on what your sign looks like and how much else you're putting in, you might have to put more in. You might have to cut more. It's really just based on whatever specific wreath you are making. All right. Coolio. All right. Hold it up. here is where we are at right now. All right, here we go. Now, I'm gonna, and let's also not forget I have these cool little dudes. I only have one set of these though, so I'm gonna have to be real careful as to how I use these. But they're kind of like, you see there's like 3 groupings there. I'm probably gonna put them around the outside of the donut, kind of like around there. I think I'll probably actually put that in now. I want to put that in now. Cut that down there. Oh, my hand. Oh, 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 sweet Nelly. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Get the price tag off because I'm classy that way. All right, I'm just literally, I'm keeping them grouped together as 3. I could take them apart, but then, you know, I just want to make sure that if they're together, they've got more of a chance of staying stable and grabbing onto something versus if I've trimmed them and pulled them apart, which I don't want to do. Save your stems. You never know when you're going to need to poke something with something sharp. Yeah. All right. So this one only has 2. And these have... So this one only has 2. And these have 3. Because that one lost 1. They're supposed to have 3. But one had a very sad accident we don't want to talk about. And this, there's a wire here, so I'm going to trim that off. Boy, that just dinged me in the face. Extra little dab of glue in there just for some extra security. There we go. And snip off that extra little piece. And put a little dab of glue. There we go. That little one just did not want to stay on there, so I had to add a little bit of glue. All right, so we're going to let that one dry. All right. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with these. I like to I like to put like a dry fit, basically, essentially, before I kind of go around here. But you know what? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I just want to snip them individually. I do. All right. I'll glue them. They'll stay. It's not going to be a problem. It's just because they're different lengths, it's a little weird. All right. Ooh, a pin. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to use the white leaves, guys. That's kind of where I'm thinking right now. All right, so, but then that means I could probably put them closer to the outside. All right, change of plans. Instead of putting in the little ones, I'm going to start looking where I'm going to put the big ones first. All right, change of plans. So, and I might only use 1 or 2. I'm not sure I'm going to use them all yet. Oh my, we're all sorts of stuck together here. So now I have some of these large donuts, and I'm trying to figure out exactly kind of where I'm going to put them. I think I'm going to kind of put some of them. I've got 4 of them, but to kind of go like the rule of 3, I think I'm only going to use 3 of them. All right, yeah. I'm going to kind of put them more on the outside, so they're kind of like poking up a little bit, right? So I'm going to glue them. I'm going to add the glue right onto the back. These are just going to go, they're going to glue right onto those white tines. See what I did there? I just glued it right on. There's like these little white, you know, branchy, twisty branches, right? So this is the center. There and then one there. Okay. So I have to do this while it's facing me. I apologize. But I'm putting glue on the back. Okay. And now I'm putting that right in there. Gluing that right onto those white branches so it has something nice and tight to hold on to. All right. That should stay on there very well, very nicely. I can always go add and hit it with a little dab of glue like on the bottom to make sure that it hits the ribbon a little bit. So now I want to make sure that it's attaching to a little bit of ribbon. Just for some added support. Because we all need a little extra support sometimes, don't we? Yeah, we do. I'm going to do that back over here too. Alrighty. You could also skewer it with like one of those leftover stems if you wanted to skewer it and kind of poke that in and put it in. But I think because these are not very heavy, doing it with glue is just fine. All right. I got my last set right here. I'm going to glue donut. I'm going to add a little to the bottom of the donut. All right, get him in there. I'm pushing up from underneath with a bunch of like ribbon and stuff between my hand and everything I'm pushing on. Be very careful when you glue and then you suddenly go grab and stuff. You don't want to accidentally burn yourself because the glue can seep through the ribbons and you can friggin' burn yourself, and let me tell you, it hurts like a mofo. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here's how we got that. So I was thinking about adding some of these, just kind of like around the inside here. All right. I might actually even be able to just take them off the picks. Kind of just, well, now this one I do want on a pick. Let me fix this one. Give me a second. Just add some glue, because sometimes things come off the picks, and that's fine. That's to be expected, right? All right, and I'm going to add a little extra dab of glue in the bottom to make sure that that sits there. He's going to dry off, and I'm going to pick another one to work with right now. So I think I might just kind of put some around here, right? Just going to add some glue. Slide it right in. That one literally is adhering right to that little branch. Perfect. I'm glad I separated these. I had them as groups of 3 before, but I think I like the fact that I'm just kind of doing this. I'm worried if I put it there that it's going to draw attention to that, so I think I might skip it and kind of try to go like over here. I don't know. That's the only thing I don't like is seeing that, but that's kind of, there's no way around it at this point, but it's not that visible. Here we go. Slide that right in here. That's going to go right between the mesh and the ribbon. No, it's not adhering very well. There we go. All right. And then when I get it kind of in place, I can also go back. I can hit it with the glue gun while it's in here. And I can also kind of like press it up so like the sign, it catches like the sign a little bit. So this can almost glue right to the back of the sign too. Okay. I'm doing that again over here. No, I don't like what that is. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bend it in between I'm taking one of those white stems and I'm bending it around the stem of the donut, and now I'm going to hit it with extra bit of glue so it's going to stay. So if you can add some extra glue and like wrap that around anything wired that you can leverage, by all means use it. All right, and then this one's going to kind of go right in here. This has a nice long stem. Poking that right in through there perfectly. Just want my spacing to look the same. I'm going to put a little one right in here. I am. I just really think it might hide or hopefully detract from the fact that it's got stuff there. All right, go back in with the glue gun. See where I can hit it again. I think he's good. There we go. All right. Cute. Oh, this one did not stain very well. I'm gonna move him. I'm moving him. This guy's, you know what? I'm gonna pick a longer one. I think that's my problem. I want a longer stemmed one, and now he'll go in easy. Ow. Trying to bend that branch. Bend that branch around it. There we go. Bent that branch. Now he's not going to go anywhere. All right. So cute. Now I do have 3 other extra little ones, so I'm going to kind of maybe play with like just popping them in a little bit here and there. All right. On the outside. And this little guy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ow. I got glue on my finger. Ouch. All right, and then the last one, we're going to go over here, I think, because, well, let me see. I've got one left. I want to put it over here because this is technically higher up. This is not hanging straight down. This is kind of on an angle, so I'm going to put this one in. This is my last guy. I did lose one. I wish I'd had that other extra one. I think it fell off in a shopping cart or when I was bringing it in. I don't know. But it's cute. So I did decide not to put in the leaves because I think that would make it a little too Christmassy, and I don't want that. I don't want that. So, all right. Okay, we're done. You could always add more if you wanted to, but the more I put in, the more I have to charge. So this is our completed pink donut design. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so edible. No, it's not edible. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. But here we go. This is what it looks like from the side. Okay. It's going to hang this way. That's the other side. All right. You see the bow. All right. Excellent. Well, I hope you guys liked watching this. I really appreciate it. This will be listed for sale at sweetariadecor.com. That's where I've got all my stuff for sale, including wreath kits and supplies, and I've got lots of bows and wreaths and arrangements over there too. So please check it out. And if you like this, please follow me here on TikTok. Hopefully we'll still have it back for a nice long time to come. All right. Thank you so much. Go make yourself a snack. Go get something sweet, my sweeties. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can shop my store at sweetariadecor.com, and you can follow me all over social media.